Are you a massive Lord of the Rings fan? Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stay in a Hobbit hole? Well, I have found the perfect location for you. It is located in the North Island of New Zealand, and this is a Hobbit-themed Hobbit home that you can stay in. Let's take a look. This is Hearthwood Hollow. Come on. Hearthwood Hollow is a magical house tucked into a beautiful hillside surrounded by mature trees and native bush. There's a beautiful windy path that leads to this gorgeous entrance, highlighted by the large circular doorway. Inside you'll find a king-size bed, a handmade kitchen, and beautiful artisan detailing throughout. There's a wood burner inside to keep you warm in winter, and twin outdoor bathtubs perfect for soaking in. Welcome to maybe one of the greatest accommodations that I have ever stayed in. I'm going to be doing a review today in the fabulous Hearthwood Hollow. Let's go through some of the features of this house, and I will tell you all about it, and you can decide whether or not you should stay here. First, let's talk about the location. It is a 2.5 hour drive down from Auckland, and it is an hour away from Hobbiton, the movie tour, if that's the reason why you're coming to New Zealand. We have been on the movie tour. We just went yesterday, and it was absolutely incredible. Highly recommend, and highly recommend you watch that video as well if you'd love to see everything there is to know about the movie tour. Let's go through some features of the house. We have our beautiful bedroom area. We have a beautiful king-size bed, which is amazing. But is the bed comfortable, and are the pillows comfortable? Because that is crucial when you are staying on this kind of holiday. I'm happy to report that this bed is one of the most comfortable beds I have ever slept in, and really want to know how I can get this back to my house. It is on the firmer side, but like really comfortable firm is how I would describe it. Also, the comforters that come with this are absolute luxury. I want to take these home with me too. So now for the pillows, we have found that they are extremely soft, not quite our type of pillow that we like. We like them a bit firmer, but pillows are subjective. So if you don't want a really soft pillow, perhaps bring your own. But there are plenty here to choose from. So, you can kind of mix and match, which is great. There's plenty of bedding provided if you get cold. There's additional bedding under the bed, plenty of blankets, but also these blankets just provided have been so warm. As well as that, for warmth, there is a wood burning fire, which you can start yourself. So that is a great way to stay warm in the winter. The house in general is cooler, which is nice because it is summer here right now. And the first few days we got here, it was quite warm outside, but the inside has been quite chilly, and we've enjoyed having the comforter on at night. So the house does stay cooler. It doesn't have air conditioning or anything, so I don't know what it would be like in like peak summer, but at the moment it seems relatively fine, which is great. Over here we have the perfect cute little book nook, every book girlie's dream, as well as Lord of the Rings and anything else. They provide this gorgeous little lantern, which is so cute. Everything is just so gorgeous and aesthetic, and down to like all the little books stacked everywhere. It's all the attention to detail is just so cute. As you can see, all the windows still have the circular theme, as does the front door, which just gives it that hobbity element, which we love. Very important. One of the first things I check when I get to any house is power points. Are there power points next to the bed? Essential. This place has 2 power points on either side of the bed. So they get 5 stars for that, because the amount of places you go to, even like really good hotels that have no power points next to the bed, is ridiculous. I have things to charge and I want them next to the bed. So key for me, they have them, which is great. If you're not planning to eat out in the local area, they have a great little kitchen so that you can cook. Great for someone with allergies like me. Look, my husband made me a coffee. Speaking of coffee, they provide a little coffee plunger. They provide something that I absolutely love. Again, the amount of places I stay at that don't provide tea and coffee is ridiculous. If you're going to be hosting someone, I think the bare minimum is have tea and coffee, which they do. They have a beautiful coffee here, which goes in the plunger. 10 out of 10, recommend. There's also tea, there's little packets of like hot chocolate and like lattes and stuff, which is really nice. Excuse our stuff over here. There's a small little fridge under here. It comes with a hot plate that you will be under here when you arrive. You can set it up yourself, and there's like a larger and smaller burner. There isn't an oven and normal stovetop attached to here, so this is it. So you're not going to be baking anything. They provide all the normal, the cutlery you could use, mugs, plates of all sizes, bowls, which is perfect, everything you need. There is a fire extinguisher in here and bins and recycling, which is great. They have a really nice dishwashing soap as well as normal body wash and hand soap in the bathroom, which is a great touch. If you're wondering where you can eat, I have this beautiful dining area that you can enjoy your coffee or your meal at, which is lovely. Hobbiton doesn't come with it. This is my doing. I'm also a Lego content creator, so I had to build the Lego Shire in a Hobbit themed home. If you love Lego and you want to follow our Lego channel, it's Amy and Jean's Block Party. Let's talk a little bit more about the location. This is a beautifully secluded area. You can't see anyone else. It is surrounded by so much foliage and trees. It is absolutely beautiful and private. Two things to know: there's no clothes washing facilities here, no washer dryer, and there's no TV. Just two things to keep note. One of the highlights for us is this shower. It is the biggest shower I have ever experienced, and it is absolutely beautiful. Water pressure is great, water is nice and hot, and there is plenty of room. It just feels so spacious, this entire space, which is really nice. I don't experience that at home. We have this tiny, tiny little shower that makes you feel very boxed in. So this was something that I thoroughly enjoyed. If you're looking for the perfect place to have your morning coffee or an afternoon beverage, this is your spot. It is absolutely gorgeous. We have been out here having coffee in the mornings, which is so good. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. The only thing to note, though, is in the afternoon, the bugs do come out. There isn't any screens on the doors or windows, so just know that close it up after yourself, unless you want some mosquitoes in your house, and you will potentially start getting bitten in the afternoon. So bring bug spray if you're just wanting to chill outside. It is an area that has so much grass and foliage, and it's absolutely beautiful, but there are bugs. That's just the nature of nature. So just to note that they haven't really been annoying us, but in the afternoon when I was building Lego, like late afternoon, there were some mosquitoes, and I did get bitten. Mosquitoes and midges. Woohoo, midges. So I did just go inside when it became late afternoon. Now, there is something really cool that I need to show you. There's not one, but two baths outside, and they are down this path, and I'm gonna take you there. Let's go. Tucked away, we have these two beautiful outdoor bathtubs. We've got cold and hot water, which is amazing. Now the baths are cleaned before you arrive, but I mean, there are lots of trees and stuff, so things do fall into the bathtub. So when you get here, just give it a little scrubby scrub, scoop out the leaves and stuff, and then you're good to go. We most definitely enjoyed relaxing in these baths together. It was very nice and relaxing, reading a book, enjoying a tea in these bathtubs. Beautiful, again, very secluded. There's like barely any noise here, which is so nice. No highway noises. Our last accommodation in Japan was traumatic, so we've been very enjoying the New Zealand ambience and being in nature again, which is our favorite places to be, let's face it. It is nice and quiet here and very relaxing, which is really, really nice. And that's my review of Hearthwood Hollow. Have I convinced you to stay here? Would I stay here again? That is the big question. The answer is a resounding yes. I would in a heartbeat stay here again. We've stayed here for 4 nights, and I really wish we were here for an entire week. I don't even want to leave the house to explore the surrounding area. I just want to stay in this house, experiencing it for an entire week. It is just so magical. It is something that's so special to a really big Lord of the Rings fan like myself. It's just something that feels otherworldly and magical and fantastical, and it's not something I experience in my everyday life. So it's really special to be able to come over here and experience this and not stay in just your average hotel, like staying somewhere really quite magical. And this is luxury accommodation. It does come with a higher price tag, but I think in this case, the price tag is worth it. I most definitely will tell you if the price tag is not worth it, but I would pay that price again to stay at this place. So what do you think? Would you stay at Hearthwood Hollow? Make sure you follow along because our next accommodation in New Zealand is staying in the mountains, and that place looks pretty cool too.